100% harder than any other nationality and any other race in the world. You have other black men that look just like you gunning for you. You have women that only want to use you. You grow up with a chip on your shoulder because you're taught that you always have to take care of everything and everybody, and nobody's looking out for you. And if you show even a hint of weakness, you a sissy, you a punk, you sassy. You have the whole world that looks at you like a threat. And as a mother of four black sons, plus I have cousins, I have brothers, I have my dad. They have it the hardest out of everybody. I look at the prisons, and I'm very, very passionate about young men and the recidivism rate and how it's so high. And I realize it is so high because the support for those men is so low. The support for them getting help with their mental health is so low. It's like, if you look at them, if they show an ounce of weakness, if they cry, if they show their feelings, they are judged in such a manner that they have to bottle up so much, and they don't have people that are just like, here, here I am.
Shalom. First thing and foremost, I'm going to give all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai Ba'Shem Kakwadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of great millstone that rule well. Peace and blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect. New as in the gospel, brother, lifting up the standard of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, wherever it may be. This is another lesson through the spirit. Keisha was cooking, She was going out with so-called black men have it the hardest on the planet Earth. And that's absolutely right. And that's because, for one thing, it's due to the curses. Second of all, it's because we're the sons of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. Okay, the so-called black man being created in the image of the Most High. Okay, the Lord said it. He said, ye are gods, but ye should die like men. Because we got to understand that the playbook has always been in the hand of Jake. And this is why Esau, and Salaki, I was eating something, but this is why Esau, the powers to be, have always targeted the so-called black man out of all the other tribes, because they understand Jake or Judah's presence or influence on the other tribes, man. Because the line of the kings, predominantly through Judah, okay, you had King David, okay, you had men like Zerubbabel, you had King David, you had Solomon, okay, you had Yahweh Shai, okay, you had notable Judite men that which I don't think Zerubbabel was a Jew. I don't recall the tribe he's in, so Salakia. But when you go into the history of the kings, you have a lot of Judites, man, that shook kingdoms. And King David, hey, he put fear in the minds of the Philistines and the Edomites, man. They feared King David because they knew. So Esau wants to thwart any attempt of Jake getting back up into his glory. Hence, you go to Genesis, the 49th chapter. It says Judah is crouched down as an old lion who shall rouse him up. And if Esau continues to, because all these things are targets against our people. Okay, everything has been weaponized against you, so-called black man, all right? Your woman has been weaponized against you. Your kids have been weaponized against you. You have been weaponized against you. And Esau understand that the anchorage of divide and conquer. Okay, this is how he took Gad down. Divide and conquer. When you set up particular stumbling blocks or particular walls to set up envy treaties among your people, they're gonna fight each other to the death, man. And this is why when you go into the Jake communities, Jake is always at war with one another. Okay, because Esau has conquered and he has divided Jake against themselves. So this is like what the lady was saying. She's saying your own brothers target you because, prime example, right? Let's just say if I was walking through a neighborhood and I had some fresh kicks on or something, where I'm just looking to go see a chick, and you got a so-called white man that walks through the same neighborhood and go bang out a chick, Jake 9 times out of 10 will come and fuck with me before they fuck with the so-called white man. I mean, I've seen it. I've witnessed it. I mean, I've literally walked into spots or drove down streets and niggas looking like they want to just shoot up the whip just because I look like them. Versus Esau, the one that's actually responsible for putting you in this situation, he always gets a pass, man. It's an old tactic of divide and conquer. You go back into the Willie Lynch letters and you go into the separating of the slaves and you turn the light skin against the dark skin and dark skin against the light skin. And then you let them fight each other and you create a contest or envy among them. And then you take the woman and you weaponize it and you buck break the men before the woman. Then she basically doesn't respect him. So basically what Keisha is pumping forth is a bunch of broke buck males, man. Strong physically, but weak as hell mentally, emotionally. I mean, if you look at a Jake wrong, stare at Jake for more than 10 seconds, you're bound to get into a fist fight or he may shoot you. Because that's how emotionally destroyed that our people is, man. And this is all part of the sword, all part of Esau's mental weaponization of Jake. Okay, like we say, the nigga is a product that's created by the so-called white man. And Keisha knows this to some degree, and she plays right off into the narrative, man. All right, so I want to look up something real quick. Recidivism. You can look up the etymology root word of recidiv. I can't even pronounce it anymore. Recidivism. Etymology. Etymon online. Let's look up. Recid. Easy. See what the etymology root word of recidivism is. Okay, habit of relapsing. Like jails are created because jails, they say correction facilities are created to correct the type of behavior, but psychologically they're damaging to the point everything works against you when you get incarcerated. You get out, try to find a job or stable housing. You oftentimes find that the opportunity isn't there. So what do? You go back and you go commit more crimes, and then you end up back in the system. This is why they call it a revolving door. Okay, once you in the system, it's damn near impossible to get out. Okay, the spirit really got to be working with you to get up out this man's system. All right, but it says recidivate, which is to fall back or relapse. Return to abandoned course or conduct, which means a rotation. It means to fall back, But it says here, habit of relapsing from the model French recidivism is falling back. Yep. Falling back, backsliding in a spiritual sense. Yep, that's Jake, man. Backslides to former condition or state. So Joe was never really set up to correct anybody, because I was looking at this thing on kctenants.com, and also they got something which is called defund or decarcerate KC. Like, they're trying to spend $800 million of taxpayers' money to fund a new fucking county jail right in the middle of Kansas City. I'm just like, where are they gonna put the shit? Now, allegedly, they already broke ground on it. So I heard that they're building another one. Now, they supposed to vote on it. You can vote on it today, early voting by today and tomorrow. And then I believe the actual voting is April 8th. And you got a lot of Jakes. Well, I won't say a lot, because a lot of times these posts goes unnoticed. But you got a lot of people that's talking about voting against it, because for one thing, we're going to have to pay out $800 million over a 20-year period. So for one thing, it's going to tax the shit out of us to build prisons that ain't even gonna help our people, man. Well, I do agree that a lot of you niggas need to be locked away and buried in the concrete some damn where. I really agree with a lot of you niggas really need to be locked up. But then you got a lot of Jakes, man, that's in crime. You got a lot of Jakes that's doing time for crimes they didn't even commit, and that's very common here. Okay, you got guys that's serving 30, 40 year sentences and finding out they're innocent 40 years later just for the judge to say, sorry, we got the wrong person. Took 40 years away from your life just to give you a I'm sorry. Here, your ass don't even know how a goddamn microwave or a smartphone work, but you getting out of jail with the same clothes you went in with back in 1963 or some shit. You don't know how the world works. Hell, you don't even know how to fucking operate a smart TV. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy. But anyway, it says, and you got this nigga right here, which this dude is a fucking weirdo. Allegedly came out that he's a Mo. This is the mayor, Quentin Lucas of Kansas City. And this butt buddy here is this dude by the name of, I think it's Michael. So I forgot this clown's name. But allegedly he's on suspended leave because he was taking bribes and telling people to to lie to the media. So basically, Kansas City got sued for $990,000 based on this Michael Platt dude, which he was never right anyway. None of these dudes are right. But Jake is so stuck up this nigga's ass to the point they think this dude is really for him, but he's really corrupt as they come. And one thing about these Jake mayors, they always set up Jake mayors over liberal cities to push these policies on you people. And you've never caught on to that. Okay, Chicago is one thing. LA is another thing. Atlanta is another thing, you know. But you notice all these liberal mayors, they're mainly Jakes. From Lori Lightfoot to Brandon Jackson to this clown right here. And to, what's the bitch name? Karen Bass, or Bass over LA. They set up all boule Jakes to feed you a feel-good speech just to lie to you in the end, because it says KT politicians want new tax to build nearly a $1 billion mega jail. Get the hell out of here, man. And Esau is with this shit, you know, because it don't affect them people. Prime example, jail funding versus crisis response funding. $800 million jails, and then you got $1.2 million for the REACH program, which deals with mental people that's dealing with mental illnesses here. Because here in Kansas City, the mental health crisis is for real. Like in one of our spots that we prophesied, we always got the camera on the backdrop. It says 988 crisis. Hey, the mental health in KC is a real pandemic out here, man. And that's due to these liberal policies that they're pushing on people. You know, the whole woke shit, the Me Too shit, giving women's rights. It's all destroying people's minds because it doesn't profit anything. All right. And I be telling Jake, man, I'm like, look, this dude show you who he's for. Okay. They talking about, oh, he's from Kansas City. I don't know who, like, I'm not from this city, so I can really give two shits about it. But at the end of the day, this dude, like, Mayor Quentin Lucas, and then they say, oh, he's from Kansas City native. He grew up in the hood. A lot of these dudes, man, be plugged in with the CIA that write some type of artificial biography and make up a history on these dudes, like Barack Obama. Nobody heard of this clown before he ran up his prayer. He just appeared in the fucking Christian church one day. Oh, this is going to be the president-elect Barack Obama. Like, what the hell is this nigga? I ain't never saw this nigga day in my life, man. You know what I'm saying? That's like you take a monkey out of goddamn zoo somewhere, you put a suit on it and give him a name. That was Barack Obama. Talking about this guy got history in Kansas City. Man, nobody know nothing about this dude. He probably is a made-up character, but look at him. He shows you who he's dealing with. And you got these old women, these old Jake women that's crazy about this nigga because he talks good. Okay, the scriptures say with fair speeches, they deceive the hearts of the simple. He's told what to do. He goes to these particular fraternities and they teach these dudes the psychology of you Jakes, man, to understand how to rope your ass in a bullshit. This is why you this is why you voted for Biden. This is why you voted for Kamala. Okay, they roped you up into this web of lies and you still fall into it because it sounds good. Oh, we have 13 new, we got 1,300 new affordable properties, hoop-de-dee, and shit, $1,700 a piece, and niggas are jumping for joy. $1,700 is not affordable in a goddamn city like this. I'll be damned if I'm gonna give you $1,700 to live in this fucking shithole, man. All right, Kansas City ain't Chicago. It ain't LA. Hell, Kansas City ain't even Dallas. And they're pumping billions of dollars into this little fucking, this little hole they want to call a city. And it pisses me off because it's like, damn, the economy is thriving here. It's like, okay, is this place going to shut down? Or are we going to have to work until the missiles come? you know, but this is who he's for, man. All right, look, this dude here, rubbing elbows with the small hats. A beardless, bald-headed demon. He looks like a mole. Like, he looks violent, like he's done some things. Like, I don't care for him. You know what I'm saying? I don't care for him. And he knows exactly who we are. I'm sure we go down to City Hall. They got all our pictures up there. We was told that. They said, oh, they know who every last one of y'all is. Well, good. I want them to know me. You know what I'm saying? Hey, how you doing? What's up? Give us a fucking raise, nigga. Since you stealing from us anyway. But anyway, going back to what she was saying, it all goes back to the curses, man. All right. So this is the book of Mark 3, and I'm going to start at verses 25. Matter of fact, it started 24, and it says, if a kingdom be divided against itself, that kingdom cannot stand. And remember, Israel was divided against itself. Eventually, there was a war between the southern kingdom and the northern kingdom, man. And there's a war between them now. But you have a collective of the tribes of the elect. We're coming back together. But overall, Hispanics don't deal with Jakes, and Jakes don't deal with Hispanics. I mean, they're coming together now. But in the 90s, shit, you couldn't be seen in a Hispanic neighborhood, or they'll set your ass on fire. I mean, they pop each other's woman all the time, but you know, that's Jake. Jake like to one up each other. You know, but hey, you got Israelites that don't deal with Cubans. You got Cubans that hate Puerto Ricans. You got Dominicans that hate Cubans. It's like we the same people, and yet there's a conqueror. There's a hate between us because that's the curses. And it says that if Satan rise up against himself and be divided, he cannot stand but have the end. And this is pretty much what they want to see. They want to see the tribes completely ended. This is why going back into this weirdo right here, this is the reason why they're putting $800 million into building a new jail. Recidivism, right? Okay, because it's to totally keep Jake out of the market. You know, they gentrifying shit. They want to build up a new stadium, building parks over the highways, man, unaffordable living. The homeless crisis here is ridiculous, man. And they're literally harassing homeless people. Okay, here you got YNs out here stealing cars and Kias and smashing them into fucking light poles and wrapping them around light poles and robbing people. But yet you want to harass a homeless person by putting them in jail. But wait a minute, man. When they get out of jail, they just going to go right back and be homeless because you're taking away opportunity, man. Okay, like the scriptures say, a wicked ruler destroyed his people. Now, with the YNs, hey, you got a license to do away with them. I won't even tell you to even build a jail for the YNs. What you do with a YN, you catch him, and you take a gun or you take a bullet and you aim it, and then you press the trigger, you put him down, put as many shots in that nigga as you need to, and then you take a concrete block or a hole, put the nigga body in it, and then you get a concrete truck, and then you fill that fucking hole up. I say you get you about, let's say, give you like a 30, 40 mile radius. And you just catch young YNs and you just put them to death. Okay, you don't even lock them niggas up. Them niggas will burn a jail down, man. You got to catch them and you got to put them down. That's how you eliminate that. Okay, that's my thing. If I was a warden or whatever, if I was a top official, I would literally put a red dot on YNs. You catch them, hey, y'all ain't heard nothing from me. Do what y'all do. Straight up, it'll be fucking manhunt. That's how you eliminate that shit. Take their ass out. They don't serve a purpose any damn way. Instead of you spending people's money to build a fucking prison that's going to make them worse. But it's all order out of chaos, man. Okay, because Trump even said, he said that he wanted to build concentration camps in these cities. And this may be the start of one. All right. But it says here, no man can enter to a strong man's house and spoil his goods except he will first bind the strong man and then he will spoil his house. And this is why you Jakes have been locked out of what they call the generational wealth opportunities. You know, because the average black man in America makes, what, $38,000 a year? Okay, not even able to negotiate a salary because they look at you as being too stupid and mentally incompetent to be able to even know you deserve a higher salary. Because here you guys got a BA in engineering. You got a fucking master's degree and you got an engineering's license that you can easily make $300,000 a year. Easy. Well, you got a crane operating license, which crane operators start off like about 100 bands a year. I actually thought about going to school to learn how to operate cranes, but it's so much training to that shit. I wouldn't physically have the time, but you can make up to $225,000 a year operating cranes. But yeah, the nigga going to job, oh, we'll offer you $45,000. This nigga, oh yeah, okay, I take it. Like, hell nah, bro. You got to start me at $150. And then we gonna bid up. I'm gonna try to get two and a quarter out your ass, man, because I know what I'm worth. They'll give your ass $40,000 a year and a half a pension and tell you, okay, come to work. You know? So, yeah, you're totally conquered, man. Okay, you're totally you're left out of the wealth talk. And Keisha's so stupid, she'll know this information but still continue to beat down on you, man. Why you ain't doing that for yourself? Don't you know that the system is set up against this nigga? And he's literally he's ice skating uphill through goddamn quicksand with fat Keisha on his back, and you expect for this man to be a billionaire? Hey, Kevin Samuels broke it down. He said, you women, you want the top 10% men, you know, so you're eliminating 90% off that because the average Jake man don't make over $100,000 a year. And you got some Jake men that do make that money, you know, if he's lucky. But the average Jake man don't make that. A garbage truck driver, he ain't bringing home no $100,000 a year. He'd be lucky if he bring home 50, 60 G's driving a damn garbage truck, man. Okay? Jake makes the low, and they do that. You see? Precept, Deuteronomy 28, and I'm going to start at verses 43. It says, the stranger that is within thee shall get above thee very high, and thou shalt come down very low. The stranger is you heathens. It says, and he will lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him. and he should be the head, and thou should be the tail. Okay, so right now this is the condition we're in. Okay, the Lord said that he broke the brotherhood between Judah and Ephraim. Okay, to divide and conquer. Okay, these are curses. We're literally being neck deep in the curses, and Jake is still on top, man, to some degree. Meaning, in the line of the media, Jake is still a top people. Okay, because when you look at the NBA, the NFL, Jake dominates that. Jake dominates the UFC. Jake dominates NFL, the NBA. Jake dominates college football, college basketball. It's all Jake's. And that's why most Jakes aspire to be sports players, because they know or believe that's the only way that they can make millions, man, if they're the top creme de la creme. You know, this is why Jake always want to be rappers or ball players, because in their mindset, those are the only two things that pays them a substantial income so they can take care of their families, man. Okay, because Jake know he has less of a chance going to law school, surviving 10 years of that shit and not coming out on top. Jake don't have faith in that shit, man. Okay, a lot of Jakes don't have faith in the legal system, you know, or going to school for paralegal or to become a judge or a lawyer or a doctor. You know, Jake is like, look, man, I'm going to take the easy way out and I'm going to sell drugs. Yeah, I know I might get caught or get killed, but you know what? At least I can say I did something. And that's just the reality of it. And Esau knows it and he plays off that. You know, and it says here, and he shall lend to thee and thou shalt not lend to him. And he should be the head and thou should be the tail. And moreover, all these curses should come upon thee and should pursue thee and overtake thee till thou be destroyed, because thou hearkenest not unto the Lord thy power, to keep his commandments and his statutes which he commanded thee. Okay. And because we broke the commandments. And it says, and they should be upon thee for a sign and a wonder, and upon thy seed forever, because thou servest not Yahweh thy power with joyfulness and with gladness of heart for the abundance of all things. So we were basically taken. Okay, it says, therefore thou shalt serve thy enemies, which Yahweh shall send against thee, in hunger and thirst and nakedness and the want of all things. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee, which goes into slavery. It says, the Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the ends of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth, a nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand, a nation of fierce countenance, which shall not regard the person of the old, nor show favor unto the young. All right. And this is the result of us going off. So this is the result. OK, our people are in a pitiful case, because it tells us here, it says in Isaiah 14, it says, who opened out the house of who opened out the roughly paraphrasing of his prisoners. Yep. Isaiah 14 and 17, it says that made the world as a wilderness and destroyed the cities thereof, that opened not the house of the prisoners. Yeah. Like they'll lock you up and forget about you for real. And them judges, man, they know that Jake don't commit them crimes, have them crimes, man. And then a lot of you Jakes, you do. And a lot of you deserve to be in prison for the rest of your life because you just that wicked. And then you got a great deal of Jake, man, that's sincerely not even committing crimes and they get locked up for, like that young kid, George Stinney, like the first, I believe that was the first public execution of a child. And they had to put phone books on his little Jake boy, you know what I'm saying, just to put him in the electric chair. And the sad part about it is that they made him confess to killing that Edomite girl by bribing her with ice cream and candy. And they say, well, look, if you say you did that, we would give you ice cream and candy or whatever the fuck they gave him, just to be justified on killing them, man. That's sad. And you devils, you think you don't have to pay for that? Damn. That's sad, man. It'll piss you off. Same thing with Emmett Till, you know. Allegedly, it came out he ain't even whistle at her. You know, and then the simple nigga's cousin gon' fucking forgive the bitch. Fucking 50 years later, I forgive you. Here you got my cousin beaten to goddamn Paul. I mean, this dude was unrecognizable, bro. He literally looks like. Just imagine if you roll a goddamn hot dog over, bro, and you see bro looks like a punching bag, man. You know, totally disfigured. They said the stench was so bad to the point you could smell the dude 4 or 5 blocks away from the funeral home, man. And this bitch gets to apologize and she goes to her fucking grave without anything. And you think that the Most High ain't requiring that blood of you damn devils, man? You Edomites gonna pay. Psalms 83 and 2, it says, for lo, thy enemies make a tumult, and they have hated thee that have lifted up the head, and they have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones, And they have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance, man. All right. And that's the ordeal. They want to cut us off, man. They fear us. They understand that when we get that power back, it ain't nothing they can do to us. This is why they're trying to cut us off at the head. That's how you killing. You cut off the head, then the body can't move. And it says, and they have consulted together with one consent, and they are a confederate against thee, the tabernacles of Edom, and the Ishmaelites of Moab, the Hagarenes, Gabal and Ammon, and Amalek, and the Philistines with the inhabitants of Tyre. And these are all the nations that had something to do with our downfall, and they're still playing a pivotal role in it today. Like I say, the whole concept of Babylon was built up off destroying the children of Israel. Even if they got to destroy their own people in the process, as long as these niggas don't get back to their God, we got them. So they're afraid. All right. Psalms 82, and I'm going to start at verses 2. It says, how long will you judge unjustly and accept the persons of the wicked? God, this is a prayer we ask, man. How long this devil is going to last? How long he's going to reign over us? Poison our skies, man. Like I said, them chemtrails, that really aggravates my spirit because we got to breathe it in. But it says, defend the poor and fatherless and do justice to the afflicted and needy. And who's the afflicted and needy? Our people. And deliver the poor and needy and rid them out of the hand of the wicked. They know not, neither will they understand. And they walk on in darkness. And all the foundations of earth are out of course is because we're out of order. Okay, once we get back in order, this earth is going to be able to thrive and prosper the way it was intended to. But when the people that owns the earth is totally subjugated and out their fucking minds, this is the result of it, man. And it says, I have said ye are gods, but all of you, it says, I have said ye are gods, and all of you are children of the Most High, but ye should die like men and fall like one of thy princes. So therefore arise, O power, and judge the earth, for thou shalt inherit all nations, man. And we're getting our power back, slowly but for surely. But anyway, with that, all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Lord's will, you are edified. Until the next lesson. Shalom.